This 180 watt LED light panel is extremely powerful. It's a workhorse. Today we're talking about that panel right there. It's the D&O Lighting 180 watt Pro panel. And first thing, straight away I want to put out there is I've had this light since December. And I want to thank D&O Lighting for being so patient with me. I have other companies that write to me every single week. Have you done this review? Have you done this review? And basically the more you get asked, the less you want to do it. But this light I've actually been using as a workhorse. I've used it on quite a few sets. It's been on non-stop for about 12 hours, 3-4 days, and I take it to set every single time. It's not a perfect light, and I did speak to D&O Lighting and I told them it's not a perfect light, and they said, fine, trash it. Tell me honestly what you think. So I'm going to do that today. It's not the perfect light, but I keep on taking it on set and using it because it's a workhorse. It's fantastic. It is basically one huge heat sink. There's no fan. It's very powerful. This is 11%, by the way, at 3,200 Kelvin. First thing I hate about this light is the remote. It's this thing right here, and it is no doubt the worst remote in history of mankind. If you press it somewhere, it will, there we go. That's first it was 3,200, so tungsten. Now it's 4,500, something that nobody uses. And now it's 5,600, so it should match my Aperture 120D. You can turn it on and off. It does something weird when it turns off. It doesn't turn off straight away. And making this work with that is very difficult because it's like it doesn't always work. Now this is, by the way, 11%. If we put it up to 100%. That's 100%. Now, I was fiddling around with it because the next thing is the LCD panel. You turn it up, and I turned it up and it was like 86%. And I turned it down a bit, back up, still 86%. So I had to turn it all the way down to 0 and then turn it all the way back up for it to get to 100%, which is a little bit odd. Dimming it with this thing is no doubt the worst thing in the world. It's very slow. It goes down. I mean, I'm holding it and pressing it right now. It goes down ridiculously slowly. I mean, so slowly that it's painful. It would be cool if you guys integrated a coarse and a fine adjustment on a future remote. And if the remote would be good enough that you could just basically bounce it off the walls and have it work and not have to, you know, precisely tap into it. Now, the LCD screen at the back of the light is very poor. It's difficult to get your reading. You turn it and even the color temperature will go down to 3,200, then you put it up and it'll go down to 4,000. So it's a little bit iffy. There's something odd going on there, and that needs work in version 3 because this is the second generation of this light. And the last thing is the tripod screw here. There is actually a double screw at the bottom, which is no doubt the oddest thing I've ever seen. I wish it was just one simple screw like all the other lights have. Screw it in and you're done. Those are the bad things out of the way. But like I said, I keep on taking it out. Oh, there's one more bad thing. That is the softbox, which is basically this. And it's got these magnetic little rods that magnetize together. And there we go. And there we go. And there we go, which is a cool design. And it looks like this, and it works pretty well. But to attach it onto here, you're going to have to take off the barn doors, which are attached with a screw. You can take the screw off and it will stay on, it's not a problem. But attaching this to the actual light with these is a bit of a nightmare. Once it's on there, it's fine, and I basically leave that on all day, and I don't have a problem with it, and it works really well, and it's a really nice light, and it's very, very strong. And we film in certain locations sometimes where we need to put it down to 4,000. I know nobody uses that, but sometimes we're in a shop, and the shop has really weird lighting, so we put it down to 4,000 Kelvin. And it's on all day, and like I said, we've been using it 3-4 days straight, 12 hours a day, absolutely zero problems. It is a workhorse, very quiet, as it has no fan. It is basically a huge heatsink at the back. 180 watt light, just blasting out power. So I take it along just to light people's faces for interviews. Does a fantastic job. I make sure I don't use the remote or I get very aggressive. And as a light panel, it has a 120-degree angle, which is really nice and wide. It's got some frosting on the front that you can take off, and behind it is a bunch of LEDs, which are very bright. So I would keep the frosting on, and I also would stick on the softbox. Now, the light as itself comes in at $499, which is a very, very good price for such a workhorse of light. Though, like I said, hopefully D&O Lighting are going to improve a whole load of things. You can use it as AC, DC, and you can also use V-mount batteries. They sent me over this kit right here, which is fantastic. It's a dual charger for your V-mounts, so you can just stick on 2 V-mounts, and these things are big. These are the 190s. Now, the only downfall of these, you do have a power source on the side, so it will tell you exactly how much is going on. The downfall I see is that it's only got D-tap. It would be awesome if the guys at D&O could also include a USB, so you have D-tap and USB out, because that is very useful for filming. You know, somebody's going to buy these, maybe not just for the light, but they're going to use it as a camera rig. So if it did have a USB and D-tap, that would be absolutely fantastic. One of these is going to power the light for a very, very long time. They're extremely big, and they come in at $420, which is a good price. 2 of these and the charger for $420. I think that's a very good price. Now, if you do want to get the softbox, by the way, it comes in at $30, which is, I think, fair for the softbox, considering it's one of those, you know, and you know what I mean. So this light in general is excellent, apart from those few things that don't actually bother me that much, because I basically put it on the tripod, put the softbox on it, and it's lighting all day long. I move it around a few times and that's it. The barn doors aren't really super useful because it's very diffused light, so I don't really use the barn doors too much. And it would be cool if they had some kind of quick release, and it would be cool if the softbox had some way of attaching that was a lot easier than kind of, you know, wrapping it around the light in some odd, funny way. Now, the actual light goes from 3,200 Kelvin, so like you saw, nice and warm, your tungsten, all the way to 6,200 Kelvin. So it's quite wide, and you've got your tungsten and your daylight in there, so everything you need. When it comes to dimming, it goes from 11%, because I can't get it down to 10% no matter what I do. 11% all the way up to 100%. 11% is fair, it's nice. It would be cool if you could get it all the way down to 1%, so you could be really very delicate with the lighting. And the quality of light is excellent because it's 97 CRI, so you're not getting any funny kind of like colors going on, no weird green skin. The representation, the reproduction of the color, of the quality of this light is fantastic, and it's on par with other high quality companies out there. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with the version 3, and hopefully they'll take all these ideas, these problems that are with version 2, and they will fix them. One amazing thing with this light actually is that it comes in this case. Can you guys see that? I think it says 180 watt light. Now the case is excellent. I love just sticking the light in there with the cable, throwing it in my car, and going on set. That is wonderful because not all lights come with a case, and the case is a soft, hard case, so you basically just chuck it in your car and you don't care at all. So yeah, D&O Lighting, thank you very much for this light. I will continue to use it because it's a workhorse. It does exactly what it's meant to do. It does have a few problems, like I did mention, and I'm sure you guys are on that, and I'm sure you guys know that. So sorry it's taken so long. Have a great day, and you know, like, thumbs up, affiliate link, subscribe, do all the cool stuff. Only 85% of you are subscribed. I mean, it makes me really sad. It doesn't, it's okay. But it would be cool if you subscribe, you know. Fantastic light, fantastic light. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. I'm away for a few days now. When I come back, we'll get some stuff done.